and you can quote this on me. There is no way the Orioles or Red Sox make the playoffs this season. Yeah, yeah. There's no way. There's no way.
I set the bar really low at the NBA predictions.
I don't think all Mavs fans look into the stats like I do.
It's not the great value Target brand toilet paper or whatever. It's the Charmin Ultra Strong.
I don't know if Nick Nurse is the coach for the Raptors. I don't know if he's the reason why they won the 2019 championship. I feel like that was more of a team effort.
The Mavs cannot say we do not miss Seth Curry shooting threes.
This questions the firing of Dwayne Casey, who I think is a very underrated coach.
To me, the Capitals really pushed all their chips for this season.
Hello, I'm Mike Grimes, and you've been listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NBA Opinions of the Week. Playoffs we're basically going to be at Game 4s have all happened so far. As we are recording this, the Pistons are in a close game right now with the Knicks with 6 minutes left to go with that. But that is all we really have going on. I think it's been an exciting NBA playoff so far, especially on the West. That Austin, that Clippers Nuggets game, I saw the final 15 seconds, and that was pretty amazing.
Did you think that it was good?
I thought so because I was like, how can it not be good? It came at the last possible second, though. I was shocked. I was
Yeah. And here's the thing. He was still touching the rim, obviously, but I don't think he was touching the ball. And obviously, just like a shot, once the ball leaves your hands, right, it can go through. Because it wasn't all the way through the net by 0-0, but it was out of his hands by 0-0, and that's all that mattered. Yeah, so I think it was good. And I definitely think if you don't think it was good, you can't prove it. And that's the thing. The call on the floor was a good basket. So you can't. I don't think it was possible to overturn that at all.
Yeah, I just by me looking, I'm like, that's it. Like, that's good. I just can't think of a reason to say it wasn't good.
Well, and it's whatever the call on the floor is, you have to prove that to be wrong. And
there's no way.
I did not see a reason why that was the case.
Yeah, that's just amazing. And it was funny seeing Jokic just like, no, that was not a pass, but that was just incredible. Both those final two baskets were incredible. It was Zubac tapping it in. So that's been a really exciting series. Warriors won well against the Rockets, and I think all these series are pretty much up for grabs. I'm interested to see what happens with the Lakers Timberwolves. It's just a long series, I think, in the West. Like, you can be super high after one game where the Lakers really dominated the Timberwolves in that second game, but then you have what happened and you just have Minnesota leading the series. So I don't really have any other thoughts except Doc Rivers. I'm curious to see what happens with the Pacers and Bucks, as the Pacers were up 2-0 and then the Bucks won one game. So how do they do well in Game 4?
Yeah, obviously it looks like the Cavs are going to sweep the Heat or at least beat the Heat. They're up 3-0, and then the Grizzlies are eliminated as OKC did sweep them. Shea has really struggled in that series. I know he played well his last game, but he's struggled in the series overall. Rockets, Warriors, and Nuggets, Clippers are probably my two favorite series going on right now. Knicks, Pistons, that game's going on as we're speaking. The Pistons are up 81-79 in the fourth quarter with 5:23 left. Pistons desperately need to win there, but if they come through, then it's a very close series. The Magic, they impressed me with their last game. I mean, they did beat the Celtics by 2, and that was a huge win to stay competitive in the series, and they probably get a win tonight or today as well. I don't think they play tonight. Oh, no, they do play tonight at 6. But yeah, the Lakers also desperately need to win. The Lakers definitely looked like the worst of the two teams, but these teams are so close that it's basically a 4-5, even though it's not, right? It's a 50-win team and a 49-win team, which is it's funny that that's a 3-6 matchup and not a 4-5 like Denver, the Clippers.
Yeah. And talking about the Lakers, I just think you have Luka and LeBron. I think that's a huge part of why I could see them winning. But the problem is the roster around them. And Ant is good at, I just think it's really special to have someone like Luka and LeBron figure it out, be on the same team. I think you always have a chance. It's kind of like, I'm trying to think like when you had Steph and KD together, but it was also they had a great team in that Warriors. That's why they were so dominant. was you had two great players, but also such a great supporting cast. And the Lakers really don't have a great supporting cast, I would say.
Yeah, that's a good point. I definitely agree with that. It's really going to come down to, you said defense, but it's going to be, this matchup, like you said, is also just not great for them. I think they struggle when it comes to guarding guards. I know they have some good defensive guys, but normally those are wings. And even Jaden McDaniels put up 30 in the last game, so it's not really looking like that's working all that well. The Timberwolves are just a team that has a good matchup. And it's going to be, I mean, the West is just the West. I mean, besides the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies, I think, should probably be tied 2-2 in that series if they had Ja or didn't get injured, right? They were up 29 points, and then Ja got hurt, and that's really where it started to crumble. I think they were up 16 when Ja got hurt, and they just completely fell apart. If Ja stays healthy, they probably win Game 3, and then they only lost Game 4 by 2 points. So, I mean, every team in the West that made the playoffs deserved to make it. The East is still close. I mean, it's going to be much closer if the Bucks and the Magic can tie the series, and same thing with the Pistons. But the West is so competitive, and we still have a long way to go in every series that's still going.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how it's going so far. I'm surprised the East is a little bit closer, but we'll have to see how these Game 4s go with the Pistons and the Bucks as well. Because if it's both become 3-1, then things could be difficult and just not as exciting as the West. But that's all I really have. I'll let you close this one out.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Please let us know what you guys think about the playoffs so far and which teams you think will advance.